Well, hello, people. Welcome to Countrified Outdoors. It's been a while since I made a video, and I figured I'd break out my wife's Magic Cycle Ocelot Pro and ride it again today. Been a while. But I've had figured I'd talk about what everything's on the news is about the presidential election. I got one big question here. I wish someone could answer reasonably, and that is why would I even consider voting for Kamala Harris or a Democrat? And you know, most people say, oh, well, I just don't like Trump's personality. Well, I'm not voting for his personality. When he first ran for president the first time, I wasn't a Trump fan. But now it was time he left office because the man did what he said he was going to do. But here we go, Kamala Harris. What has she been in charge of? Well, the border. Yeah, what kind of shape is that in? Well, I think she said she wanted to raise tax on the wealthy. Well, we all know who's going to pay for that, and that's the consumer. You know, it's going to be passed right on down. She gets on TV, says she's going to do this, that, and the other, but never tell you how she plans on implementing it. At least Trump will tell you. Right or wrong or indifferent, Trump will tell you. And when he gets to the White House, there won't be no question who's running the country. It'll be Trump. Kamala gets to the White House, well, we really don't know who's running the country like Joe Biden. You know, Joe Biden's not running this country. But I don't see Kamala. Well, she has been the Attorney General, I guess, for California. Never had a public job. Never had to produce anything. Never had to make sure she had enough for payroll. You know, she's lived off the government's dime her whole life. The way a lot of these politicians are, you know, just professional politicians. Well, Trump has, you know, he's run all kind of businesses and very successful. But we get back to the Democrats. What happened during COVID? Well, it's if you get the COVID shot, well, you won't get COVID. Well, you get COVID. Say, well, you can't pass it. Well, then you pass it on. Oh, you won't die from COVID. Well, you know, we found out that was all wrong. All wrong. Nothing's ever happened. Nothing ever happens to these politicians. They have to never answer to anything. Because we Americans got a very, very short memory. Seems like we forget what they tell us, or they forget what they tell us and just do what they're going to do. But I think if I were running for president, the first thing I would do is get in there and start following some of this money around. It's funny to me how these politicians go in office and come out multi-millionaires. Now, I ran a heating and air conditioning business for 22 years. A lot of hard work. But yes, I had to make payroll. Taxes and insurance was my two biggest things. And they never come down. They're always going up. And never got a benefit out of neither one of them. But yeah, like I said, Kamala Harris, she was put in charge of one thing that I know of. The only thing I know of was the border. And well, look at the shape it's in. Well, I don't blame nobody who wants a better life for them and their family. No one. But we got laws in this country. If it don't work for everyone, it works for no one. And look, I have, Reagan was the first president I voted for. And ever since then, the losing candidate fought. Make sure every ballot was counted. Well, if Trump fights with Biden, next thing you know, they indict him with election interference. Come on, man. The people, we better wake up in this country. If you're a serious American, love this country, please tell me how you can vote for Kamala Harris. Change my mind. Seems like, what was wrong 100 years ago is still wrong today. And I see things on TV that I just cannot believe that we're even talking about. Whether it's sex changes or men going to women's restrooms, just something to make good sense. Yeah, they call me old-fashioned, but there's where I'm at. Now, I don't care what you are. I think everybody should be treated fairly. And none of this discrimination. I don't think you discriminate against one and not another. Should be no discrimination. But you hear the Democrats get on TV talk about they're going to save democracy. Well, I think Kamala Harris was appointed to run for president. She sure wasn't elected. Nobody went out and voted for her to run for president. But they're going to save democracy. Why they taking years? Yeah. Okay. I have figured out what the Democrats tell you that the Republicans or other people are doing. They're behind because the Democrats have already tried it. That's a sad state of affairs in this country compared to when I was a young man. If you got small children, they'll never have the rights that you had coming up. And if they pass taxes or regulations, it's not coming off. Oh, they'll tell you this is just for a short time to pay for one thing. Well, no, it's on there permanent. You're going to keep paying those taxes. If they ever get it passed, you're going to keep paying. But I want the best for my family and I, but I also want the best for our country. I don't have any grandkids, but if I did, well, they will never have the rights I had, but I wish they had. When I was 12 or 13 years old, I was walking down through the fields, through the woods, had a gun in my hand. Well, when I got to high school, which I drove a school bus, but the boys there that loved to hunt, they had their high-power rifles right in the truck with them, sat in the parking lot. And everybody had a pocket knife on them. Now, I don't say the kids need to be carrying guns, but that's just some things that have changed. But we knew back then we would be held accountable for what we did wrong. Not blame everybody else, the gun manufacturer, and oh, well, nobody loved them like they should have had. That's the reason they did it. No. We misbehaved, we were dealt with. Now, I know some people don't believe in, well, I reckon they call it corporal punishment. Well, my family believed in it, and they use it every time we misbehave. So you knew what was coming. Now, you know, I'm from Eastern North Carolina. We got a lot of farmers here. You know, raise tobacco, uh, corn. Now, from the time we were old enough to work, we worked. I don't see no teenage kids now working in these fields. None. Not any. They don't have to do nothing. The people of the country I grew up in is long gone. I guess it's not coming back. I sure miss it. But people, I want to ask you this. What can you do now without getting the government's permission and paying them for it? Is there anything you can do? If you want to build a little shed there at your house, can you do it? No, you need a permit. You need a permit, you got to pay for it. You got to build the way we want it built. Well, I'm going to go fishing. Well, you got to come down here and buy a fishing license to go fishing. Well, how about hunting? Well, you got to come on down here and get you a hunting license too, you know. That'll be another $50, $60. I heard the price of stamps were going up again. I think I heard that on the news the other day. I just caught the tail end of that. Well, they lose millions and millions, if not billions of dollars a year. Only the government could do that. How does FedEx, UPS, you know, how do they make money? And the federal government is losing money. I don't get it. They sure are not good stewards of our money. They don't mind taking our money and giving it away or put it toward their pet projects. But I sure remember when the government used to seem like it worked for the people. Now it seems like the people work for the government. Largest employer in the world, United States government. You know, our country would be a lot better off with a whole lot less government. You know, they want to impede. They want to impede. Yes, we need the government. We need taxes. Well, I can't say that in this road I'm riding this bicycle down here in front of my house. Well, it definitely needs paving. You pull a trailer down it, you think it's going to come loose from behind your truck the way it's bouncing. But you think the taxes come down? No. Where's all this money go? Well, think about that first question. Why should I vote for a Democrat? And if you got a good reason, leave it down in the comments below, or I have my email down below. Let me know. Change my mind. But I appreciate you listening to me and my 2 cents worth on this here political. So I know it's not going to make 2 cents difference, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Call me old-fashioned, out of date, whatever you want. But I tell you, I sure feel sorry for our grandkids. Well, y'all have heard my 2 cents worth on the election today. I know it really don't matter much, but I just hate to see our country keep sliding away, sliding away. And once you give up your rights, they're gone. They're gone. And I sure don't think the way we're going, our grandkids are going to be any better off than we were. They won't ever have the freedoms that my generation had. And we didn't have the freedoms that the previous generation had. But they keep inching away, getting away, getting away. So I just don't know. I don't know. We got to have somebody to stand up for America for a change. And I think it's Trump. But thank y'all for listening. That's my 2 cents worth. And leave me a subscription down below, especially if you want to tell me why I should vote for one of those Democrats. Change my mind. Thank you again. This is Lee with Countrified Outdoors.